Sooner or later, every single leader hits this exact crossroads. A key role opens up, and you have a choice. Do you promote someone from within, or do you go hunting for a star from the outside? I mean, this is one of the biggest calls a manager can make. So today, let's really dig into it. Okay, picture this. You're in the hot seat. Your absolute rock star on the team just handed in their notice. You've got their deputy, who's capable, knows the ropes, and is totally ready for the step up. But you've also had your eye on this amazing talent from a competitor. See, this isn't just about plugging a hole. Nope. This choice is going to define your team's vibe, its skills, and where it's headed next. All right, let's head down that first path, promoting from within. You know, for a lot of us, this is the default move, right? It feels like the safe, comfortable choice. But as we're about to see, it has its own very specific upsides and some serious downsides. So at a high level, the trade-off is pretty clear. You've got the good stuff, stability, getting someone up to speed fast, and a nice little morale boost for the team. But then there's the other side of the coin. You could end up with stagnation, and you might even create a whole new set of problems. Let's break down the details. So, what are the big wins when you hire from inside? Well, it's all about promoting a known quantity. You already know this person. They get your culture, they know the weird little quirks of how you all work. That means onboarding is practically instant, which saves a ton of time and, let's be honest, money. And maybe the biggest thing, it sends this amazing message to everyone else. Hey, stick with us, work hard, and you can grow here. You can't put a price on that kind of morale boost. But it's not all sunshine and roses. There are some real hidden dangers. For one, you promote someone and bam, you've just created another empty seat. You solve one headache, you get another. And here's a big one. You risk creating groupthink. It's that echo chamber where everyone's on the same page and nobody ever pushes back or questions the way things are done. And let's not forget the human element. What about the people who didn't get the job? That can stir up some serious resentment that can quietly, poison the well for a long time. Okay, so let's switch gears and walk down that other path. Sometimes what a team really needs is a window thrown open, a gust of fresh air. And that's what hiring an outsider is all about. You're deliberately bringing in brand new skills, totally different experiences, and a perspective that's not colored by your company's history. And just like before, there's a really clear trade-off here. On one side, you get this injection of innovation and new skills, but the price you pay is time, money, and a big old dose of uncertainty. It is absolutely a high-risk, high-reward kind of move. Look, an outsider isn't just a body in a seat. They can be a total catalyst for change. They walk in with skills your team just doesn't have, and they can spot problems with fresh eyes. They're the ones who will challenge that dreaded phrase, "But we've always done it this way." That jolt of new energy and new thinking, that can be a massive competitive edge. But boy, are the risks real. First off, recruiting from the outside is expensive and it takes forever. And even when you finally land someone, there is absolutely no guarantee they'll fit in with your team's culture. It can take months, literally months, for them to get up to speed. And all that time, their newness can really mess with the team's chemistry. It's a huge gamble, no two ways about it. So this really gets us to the core of it all, doesn't it? There's no magic formula here, no single right answer. The best decision isn't about whether internal is always better than external. It's about what your team needs right here, right now. And it's about who is going to be the best fit for the culture you're trying to build. So, how do you make that call without just going with your gut? Well, let's stop talking about the dilemma and start talking about a decision. We're going to walk through a really simple strategic framework to help you out. Okay, here's how you can think this through. Step 1. Really look at the role itself. What's the goal here? Are you just trying to keep the ship steady, or do you need someone to come in and shake things up? Step 2. Be brutally honest about your internal talent. Do you have someone who has, say, 80% of the skills and, more importantly, the potential to learn the rest? And finally, step 3. Take a hard look at your team's culture. Do you need a calming, steady hand right now, or do you need a disruptor to come in and spark some change? You want to make it even simpler? I got you. Think of this as your hiring cheat sheet. It gives you some really clear signals. If getting someone in the role fast and keeping morale high are your top priorities, and you've got a great person internally, promote from within. It's a no-brainer. But if you have a massive skill gap you need to fill, or you really need to shake up the status quo, or you look around and your internal pipeline is just empty, well, then it's time to start looking outside. You know, at the end of the day, this isn't really about making one single perfect hire. It's about something bigger. It's about building a sustainable, long-term talent engine for your whole organization, a system that actually gives you the best of both worlds. The smartest, healthiest companies out there, they don't just stick to one strategy. They actively manage their hiring mix. A really common benchmark you'll see is about a 70-30 split. So 70% of hires are internal promotions. That's how you build loyalty and keep your best people. The other 30% are external hires. That's how you inject fresh ideas. Now, that exact number might change depending on your industry, but the principle is always the same. It's all about balance. So the real goal here isn't to declare a winner between team internal and team external. The point is to build a system where you get both, a place where the loyalty of your insiders and the innovation from your outsiders actually feed off each other and make the whole team stronger. That, right there, is how you build a team that's resilient and can adapt to anything. And that brings us to one last question for you to chew on. The next time you've got an open position, ask yourself this. Am I just trying to plug a leak? Am I just reacting to today's fire drill? Or am I making a strategic move that's going to build my team for the long haul? Your answer to that question? Well, that's what will tell you which path to take at the hiring crossroads.